What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Don't forget to check the links in the descriptions. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We've been active on all three platforms. Of course, we've been active on YouTube, so y'all know what it is. Back, and we got an official fight announcement. Shout out to the homie Trap House Boxing. First seen it on his page. I'll link an article in the description so you know this trill. Also, the Tyson Fury press conference is going on right now. I'm not sure if he's announced who he's fighting yet, but it's been on for like 21 minutes now. It's been streaming. So, but yeah, you got, Josh Taylor taking on Viktor Postol. Ice. No, he ain't the Iceman no more. This motherfucker, man. He ain't the Iceman. But it's going to be going down, June 23rd, in Glasgow, Scotland. So, it's a good fight. It's a WBC title eliminator, Viktor Postol is still blessed with a title eliminator, even though he swerved right, swerved left, around Regis Prograis. So, you got, Jose Ramirez trying to duck Regis Prograis as well. But, you know what it is. Josh Taylor and Postol. I believe Josh Taylor is going to be the first guy to stop Viktor Postol. Postol, he's mad overrated. I know people trying to call him and Crawford a 50-50 fight. I don't believe I saw it that way. I just thought Crawford was the better fighter. Postol was too stiff in his attack, but he's a solid fighter. I think people believe the hype a lot with Danny Garcia, paying him to step aside and him beating, Lucas Matisse. And I think Matisse wasn't the same at the war with Danny Garcia. But this is an excellent step up in Josh Taylor's 13th career fight. It was 13 or 12 or something like that. He was the first man to stop Miguel Vasquez. Now he'd be looking the first man to stop Viktor Postol. Postol came back actually September last year on the same day as Canelo Triple G. First undefeated European prospect. I don't know the guy's name, but he dropped Postol, I think once, but officially I heard him drop. He dropped him one more time, but they called it a slip or whatever. He looked terrible coming back, and now from September to March, he a little bit in the groove, but, I don't know if his desire to fight no more. I don't know if it's there. Hearing about how he looked in his last fight, but if it's still there, he ain't going to look lethargic like he did last time. He took over a year to come back from the, Crawford, defeat. He got knocked out. He got, beat bad, but he got dropped twice, but he didn't get, beat that bad. That's what be killing me with guys. Guys, take a loss, and then they take a whole year before returning to the ring. What the fuck is you taking a whole year for? Even if you was compensated well enough to be well off, what is you taking a whole year off for? You making a loss seem worse than what it was. If you want to take, a few months off, yeah, come back and fight again, even if it's versus a bullshit-ass fight. Get yourself in the rhythm. Don't take yourself out of a rhythm, be depressed, gain weight, and then got to drain yourself to get back down to the weight you want to fight at or move up in weight and still not be healthy. That's some of the craziest shit I never understood about boxing. And I understand if it's a really, really devastating knockout, but this wasn't a really, really devastating knockout for Viktor Postol. He got his ass whooped, but he shouldn't have took that time off, man. He took over a year off to come back. Freddie Roach hadn't heard from him. And at the end of the day, that inactivity, and that inactivity, not even only physically, but mentally, he might not ever, snap back into form again, So, Josh Taylor, I think got the upper hand here. He been the more active fighter, the younger fighter, the fresher fighter. He got more athletic ability to his game. He's not as stiff as Postol. You haven't seen Josh Taylor fight. The best way I can describe him is like a poor man's Terrence Crawford. And the only reason I say a poor man's Terrence Crawford is because of how green he is. He only got 12 or 13 fights. He a switch hitter. He can hit with righty lefty. He can punch. He good on the inside, good on the outside. I need to see a little bit more of the pocket range stuff, but he looks pretty good when he do fight from the pocket. Like I said, he got power, speed. He got, he understand ranges. He put the earmuffs on. He ain't, slick like Crawford, but, he ain't really stiff neither. He got a little bit of slick properties. That's why I call him a poor man's Crawford right now. He got good feet. He got really, really good feet, and he's an outstanding puncher. He's very, very strong. And he seems to be very, very smart. And I know people like Triple H 1200, don't like him and say, yeah, he get hit too much. I mean, shit, it's his 11th to 12th fight. Of course, he got shit to work on. He ain't going to be perfect. And neither is Lomachenko, still not perfect as a professional. If you want to use him as an example, there's a lot Lomachenko can figure out and Usyk can figure out offensively, they both have a very, very amateurish type of offensive style. And when they continue, if they move up in weight, especially we were talking about this on Corey Lee Boxing Talk yesterday, if Usyk move up in weight with that amateur style, he's going to get murdered at heavyweight. And Lomachenko continue to move up in weight, he bring that amateur style, he's going to get beat. He has kind of more made the adjustment and sat down his punches a little bit more, but until he starts committing on his punches with his offense and defense, he going to get exposed, man, if he continue to move up in weight. But like I was just saying, like it's always room for improvement with guys like 12, 13 fights. Don't let shit fool you. It's holes in the body's game at that amount of fights they got. And I know Taylor, he gonna end up closing the gap when he step up in competition. He gonna continue to get better. He supposed to. Your first 20 fights, it's supposed to be a big jump, not only in continuous in competition, but in improvement. But Postol, like I said, he came back last September, didn't look too hot, got put on the floor one time, but really it should have been twice. And, hopefully he don't pull out this fight. I know he made probably a good amount fighting Crawford a couple years ago. But if it's now or never for him, Because at the end of the day, if he can't be champion at this weight class or be a factor at this weight class, he ain't going to be shit at 47. He dog food up there. And I don't understand why he, didn't fight Prograis. I know he wasn't going to fight him. Maybe he didn't feel like he was ready. But in my opinion, Taylor's on the same level. He's a big puncher, better boxer. He might not be as tenacious and dog and rugged like Postol, but that boy a killer too. I mean, he went from one killer to another killer. And if you get past this killer, you still fighting for WBC Eliminator, and the chances are that Prograis is gonna hold that title. So you got to go see him anyway. Like I said, Postol was in a real tough situation. He can't move up, he can't move down. I don't think he can move down. He can't move up because he get his ass whooped. And he fighting in a sanctioned belt body where he gonna get his ass whooped by a few people there. Now, if he got an opportunity versus Ramirez, he probably could beat Ramirez, but he ain't beat Postol. He ain't beating Josh Taylor. I'm just keeping it real about that. But June 23rd, that's the date. I'll be tuned in. Definitely be tuned into this. Had to find a stream. Trying to tell you guys Josh Taylor the truth. I've been telling guys that who new to my channel. But I appreciate you guys for subscribing. Keep liking the channel, sharing the videos, comment. I'm going to get to every comment and just in due time, and I have been doing that. And shout out to everybody that support the Boxing Clinic movement. Keep sharing and keep telling people. I definitely appreciate it, man. I definitely really, really do. And, we're going to continue to keep that real trill boxing talk. But don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We're working on all platforms, including YouTube. All links in the description. We out.